Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're gonna turn this thing into an awesome drift trike. Okay, well here it is. I got this bike as a donation, and the plan is to use pretty much the whole front end here for the front end of the drift trike, and we probably won't use anything else of the rest. I got some 1-inch piping from Lowe's. We'll probably, most definitely we'll need more than this. Maybe 30 feet probably. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna chop this pipe up, weld a frame, and piece this thing together and make it look as cool as possible. So let's get started. Okay, so this is gonna be my first fabrication project, and with any kind of project you need to go into it with a plan. So here's kind of what I got going on. I kind of got this idea off a bunch of different YouTube videos that I've watched, particularly one where the guy made a purple drift trike. I don't remember his name, or else I'd give him a shout out. Purple drift trike guy is what I call it. But he used a pipe bender, and I don't have a pipe bender. So we're gonna make this the best way we can. So here's the main part of the frame here. It's gonna be 31 inches long. We'll put some braces in there. It's gonna be 21 inches wide. The side parts this is where the axle will mount here is 21 inches from one to one. The sides are 24 inches. Here we got a 30-degree angle, and this triangle right here is going to bend up towards where the handlebars will be. And so that's what we're going to start working on now. Some of these dimensions will probably change as I'm cutting and whatnot. It's not critical that these numbers are exact, how I wrote them down, but as long as everything is symmetrical, that's what really matters. So, okay, so we got the pipe in the vice grip. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to hack off these threads because we don't want those. Yeah, I got my Harbor Freight angle grinder there with the cutting blade on it. We got my Harbor Freight welder. It's a flux core. I know it's not the best one, but that's what I have. Please don't tell me the TIG or MIG or what's better, because I don't really care. This is what I have. This works, and that's what I'm going to use. So we'll cut the threads off, go ahead and start measuring out some pieces and start hacking it up. Let's do it. Safety first. Never mind my sandals. Okay, so I've got some pieces cut out now. So now we need to start cutting out the pieces that are going to go across. And to join these pipes together, we're going to have to notch some of them so they'll fit more like a puzzle, and then I can weld them more easily that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a pilot hole here at the end, and then I got my handy dandy hole saw, and I'm just going to make a notch with the hole saw. So from what I hear, you need to step it up about 1/8 of an inch larger than the diameter of your tube. So I have here, this tube is about 1.25 inches. So here we have, 1.25 inches outer diameter. And so we're gonna go to 1 3/8 bit to a hole saw bit, so to cut the notch out. That's kind of what it's going to look like. It still needs to be cleaned up a bit, but I just wanted to show you that stick a pipe in there and it's much more flush together, so it's easier to weld. So obviously we're going to clean all the pipes up, tubes or pipes or whatever you want to call them. Clean them up real good before we weld them, get all the black paint off of it and all the burrs and everything, and then much easier to weld that way. Okay, so I got the main part of the frame together. I just got it clamped together, and now it's time to start welding pieces together. I got this titanium 125 welder. If you think welding is too expensive, then you might want to look into this one. I got the welder itself and the welding mask from Harbor Freight for like $230 altogether, and it comes with flux core wire here, the whole spool of it. Pretty good entry-level machine here to get you started if you think welding is expensive, which it is. I've had this one for a couple of weeks. I'm new to welding, and I've enjoyed it so far. I haven't had any problems with it, and it's doing pretty good. All right, so I got the midsection welded up. I'm working on the connectors for here to here now, which is pretty tough considering I don't have the correct tools for this, because I'm having to notch these at an angle. So that kind of goes down like that. You can kind of get the idea there. And to do that, what I've done is I put a tube at an angle that I wanted. Around 30 degrees is what I'm doing. And I'll take my drill and I'll drill a pilot hole straight down. And then, so I'll just go straight down. And then I'll get my hole saw here and then just go straight down best I can with that. And that worked pretty good on the first one. So now I just got 3 more to do. So I've done half of this one already. This one fits nice. So now I'll do this one. I'll just go straight down, and then that's how I'm doing that. I'm sure there's an easier way. I know there's tools out there to help you with this, get the angles right and everything, but I don't have them. I'm not buying them. So this is working pretty good. It's just really tough. It's a lot of work. I've been in the garage working on this for, I don't know, maybe 5 hours. And I've got the midsection done. I've got the 2 outer pipes cut to length. I've gotten 1 of the connectors done. And I've gotten half of another one. So then I still got to do 2 more for this side, and then maybe put a brace in the center somewhere to keep it from twisting. Who knows? We'll see. Because I know the engine's going to need a plate there, so the plate might be good enough for a brace, but then I also have to mount a seat, so we'll get to all that later on as far as bracing it up, because I'll put the braces where I can use them for two purposes. So we'll look at that later. All right, here it is. It's all welded together for the base frame. Next thing we'll do is we'll attach some bars that will go up to the handlebars and the front fork and the head tube. Once we get that together, we can start mounting the front wheel, and then looking for a place to mount the engine, and mocking up the hangers for the bearings for the axle. So that'll be next. All right, so next section, we got our tubes laid out. This section is going to be angled up 30 degrees, and these two will need to be joined together, so I'll probably like notch out some of that, and then the head tube here. So that's what I'm going to start working on now. I'm going to first join these two together, and then angle it up 30 degrees, weld that in, and then we'll start working on the head tube. So we'll start taking apart the bike and assembling it to this. All right, so basically I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I just took off, at an angle on either side equally, and let's see if I can get a better look. Yeah, there we go. And so now I just need to clean the tubes up, put a couple tacks in there just to make sure it's good before I mount it up, and clean up this end, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get that mounted. I think all right, so here it is. I think this is where I'm going to end the video for now, and we'll pick up in episode 2. I think one thing I want to correct is when I was going over my initial plan, I think I called this one a 30-degree angle, but I got it backwards, 60-degree. So 90 minus 30, 60 degrees. So there it is. My seat will go here. I'm gonna wait to put the pegs on until after I get my seat mounted. That way I know where I'm sitting at, and I can put my pegs out accordingly. So that's gonna be it for today. On the next episode, I'll have the head tube mounted, and we'll go ahead and start assembling all the parts. I have almost everything ready to be put on. I'm just missing a couple of small items, so we'll pick that up on the next episode. So thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you next time.